What up, world? Welcome to a new episode. BrandonJaneauShow. As you know, I am BrandonJaneau, like always on all podcast platforms everywhere. BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, real BrandonJaneauShow. That's real BrandonJaneauShow. On Instagram and Threads, Facebook, The BrandonJaneauShow, and of course TikTok, BrandonJaneauShow. Man, go follow me on all those social media platforms. I would appreciate it if you did. Really, where you go? It's the YouTube channel, man. BrandonJaneauShow YouTube channel. Go comment, like the shorts, like the vids. Helps all in the algorithm. I'm right there for 250 the YouTube channel, man. So go subscribe. It will all help. Appreciate it if you all have already subscribed. All the new subscribers, appreciate you guys. So let's get into it, man. Tonight it is I Bleed Sports, and this is the last episode of I Bleed Sports when it comes to the decades list. Last night I did my music. Got one more on that one. But tonight it is officially the end of the I Bleed Sports decades list. I've been doing it for a very long time. It's been fun to do it. I've enjoyed it very, very much. But this is the end. I wish I had Adele playing in the background. This is the end. I wish I had that. I really did hush. I had Adele playing in the background. Because this is it, man. This is my top 10 athletes of the 2010s, man. This is it's gonna be insane. This is gonna be insane. If you don't know, I do my list. I do it like this. I go from 10 to 1. I explain why each person is on the list, why they're on my list, why I have the position where I have them positioned. If you do not, if you do not like my list, you you can make your own fucking list. It's not that hard. It's really not that hard. Get a piece of paper, get a pen, write it down, post it on social media if you even want to. Do your thing. Because this is my list. Kicking off set list. Kicking off the list at number 10. It is one, the only Lionel Messi. This might be the lowest Lionel Messi's ever come on a list. Like come to on the list. He starts off the list at number 10, man. Listen, man. Lionel Messi is one of the greatest soccer players of all fucking time. I don't care what anybody say. The man is a goat. Man is a beyond goat. He's the goat of goats. I know a lot of people say, "What about Cristiano Ronaldo? What about Lionel Messi?" Yeah, Lionel Messi is my favorite soccer player. Lionel Messi's a beast, man. Anybody that thinks that he isn't, I don't know what the fuck you want me to tell you. Lionel Messi had a couple chances to win World Cups in the 2010s, and one of the best soccer players of all time. I mean, my God, man. I think his fame got into another stratosphere in the 2010s. You saw it. You saw it when especially when he was on, Argentina, his country during the World Cups. You saw how much the level of love and respect for him kicked in. You saw how many people loved to watch him. I want to say he won in 2016. Yeah, I think they won in 2016. Am I tripping? Am I tripping? Then they won the World Cup in 2016. Am I tripping? I gotta go back and look at it. But Lionel Messi is definitely on this list, man. I don't think anybody can sit here and tell me that he's not, and he's at number 10. I feel the controversy. I feel the controversy. At number 9, it is Angel Wilson. Brandon controversy. Bring it on. Come on. Angel Wilson as a college superstar is the reason for why South Carolina Gamecocks women's basketball is where it is today. She was the first class of Don Staley that really turned the program around. I don't think people understand that. Like Aja Wilson was the first significant piece of that class that turned the South Carolina women's basketball team around. And then she gets drafted to the WNBA and immediately makes the Las Vegas Aces a fucking contender. I don't think people understand how extremely fucking difficult that is to go into becoming a number one draft pick and then immediately becoming everything people thought you could be. She has gone on and won Rookie of the Year. She has gone on and won championships. But her dominance in the 2010s will always stem from what she did in South Carolina and then eventually going into the Las Vegas Aces and becoming literally their most prized possession. And she is still one of the best women basketball players on the planet. And that is why she just got the max deal in the WNBA. Congratulations, by the way. So that is why she's at number 9 on this list. And number 8. Number 8. Drew Brees. Oh, you know he was going to be somewhere on this list. Drew Brees comes in at number 8. I know. How could you put him on the list? Well, during the 2010s, he was still throwing for 5,000 yards. He still was one of the best quarterbacks in the league, and just his defense sucked. Outside of that, he was still throwing for 5,000 yards. He was still having possibly some of the best football seasons that you've ever seen. The man actually had impressive better numbers than Aaron Rodgers. And because the touchdown to interception ratio was better, that's why they gave the MVP to Aaron Rodgers. Drew Brees, for a good stretch of years, had 5,000 yards at the time. Well, 5,000 yard passing seasons were just not a thing in the NFL. Now it is. But at that time, 5,000 yards passing as a quarterback in the NFL, that shit didn't happen. And Drew Brees ushered in this era of quarterback play. I don't think people understand that. Like, he ushered in this era of quarterback play. The reason why quarterbacks can do what they do is because of how accurate and how incredibly savvy Drew Brees was as a quarterback. Now, I'm not just saying that because the man was my quarterback for damn near all my childhood and teenage years, damn near my 20s. Drew Brees is definitely one of the greatest quarterbacks to ever do it. I don't think anybody understands that. This is years where he had to suffer through badass defenses. And then eventually they finally figured it out. And then at the end of his career, the Saints were still one of the best teams in the NFL. The win-loss ratio with this man is insane. From the Saints to what they became is insane. But yeah, Saints are at number 8 on this. Drew Brees is at number 8 on this list. Number 7. Alexander Ovechkin. Oh, you think I can get into hockey? You don't think I can do hockey? Alexander Ovechkin is one of the greatest hockey players of all time. But in the 2010s, that's when he really showed his fucking dominance. Like, he was just so fucking great. And he was always, how can I put this? Or how can I say this? How can I compare how can I compare? I'm trying to think of a player in a different sport I could compare him to. That was great for a very long time, but just it could just not get put together. Like his team just could not get put together. Then it finally did. I'm trying to think of it. I'm trying to think of an athlete around his time. Fuck, I can't even think about it. I can't even think of an athlete that I could compare him to. Like he was so great that he carried the team for so long, but when it came to the playoffs, he just didn't have the help. He just didn't have the help, man. And when he finally did get the help, they won a championship. Like he finally got his ring. I don't know if I could think of a player like that. I'm trying to think of one. I'm really trying to think of one, and I can't fucking think of one. I can't think of one. Holy shit, I can't think of one. That's insane. I can't think of one player in NFL. The only one I could compare to is maybe Bryce Harper. Maybe, and even in that sense, that's a little shaky. But yeah, Alexander Ovechkin is one of the greatest hockey players of all time, and that is why he's on my list, and he's at number 7. Number 6, Mike Trout. Yeah, Mike Trout. Mike Trout is by far, by far, one of the greatest baseball players of all time. The reason why I couldn't compare him to Alexander Ovechkin is because he never won a ring. He's never gotten a ring. But don't get it twisted. If we had to compare players that never won a ring but so great in their time period, that would be, for me personally, it would be Mike Trout, uh, Mike Trout, Allen Iverson, Reggie Miller. Like, there are certain players that are so great, but their team just cannot fucking get it done. And I feel like that's kind of what the situation is. And I feel like Mike Trout just never had the team, but he's been loyal. And that was a real conversation for a very long time. Is Mike Trout the greatest active baseball player? And for a good stretch of time, that was a real conversation of like, yes, he is. He's one of the greatest baseball players of all time. He just never won a ring. But don't change the fact that he's on my list. And he's at number 6. All right. All right. If I get in the top 5, I got to recap the list. Number 10, Lionel Messi. Number 9, Asia Wilson. Number 8, Drew Brees. Number 7, Alexander Ovechkin. And number 6, Mike Trout. Number 5, boom, 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 Floyd Mayweather. Oh, yeah. Pretty boy Floyd is what they call him. Money Mayweather. That's what he is. Floyd Mayweather changed the game of boxing, man. He changed the game of boxing in the late 2000s. But then when he got into 2010s, he revolutionized the business of boxing from a boxer's standpoint, a boxer's viewpoint. The reason why the boxing practices are the way they are now is because of Floyd. And they've been trying to kind of get out of this, and I can give him some of the blame for this too. They're trying to get out of this because of Floyd. A lot of people didn't take fights when they were supposed to because of Floyd. Floyd took the best available money fight. Even though we all knew him and Manny Pacquiao would be the better fight, he took the fights that he felt that at that time was the better fight for himself. Do I like that shit? No, I don't. I don't like that shit at all. I think if you were supposed to fight Manny Pacquiao in 2008, 2009, you're supposed to fight fucking Manny Pacquiao in 2008, 2009. But it is what it is. We got the fight. But despite all that, Floyd Mayweather is still one of the greatest boxers of all time. I mean, the man is the reason for why boxing became somewhat of a global sport again. Either you tune in to watch him lose or you tune in to watch him do what he does best, and that's whoop somebody's ass, defensively savvy as fuck. There was nobody that could touch him. Floyd is one of the greatest boxers of all time. You can sit there and get mad at the man all the fuck you want. You can talk down on the man record. You can say he didn't really fight nobody in their prime, whatever the case may be. Say whatever you feel. Deep down in your heart. Do it all. But facts are is this. The nigga retired undefeated. You can't get no better than that. You can't get better than that. You can sit and debate Terrence Crawford and Floyd Mayweather right now. I would sit there and debate with you. If you say, Bud beat this and Bud beat that. Bud doesn't have a Manny Pacquiao, a Canelo Alvarez. Well, now he does, but he doesn't have a young Canelo Alvarez. You don't have a Antonio Gotti. You don't have a You don't have a sugar Sugar Shane Mosley. You don't have Marcus Madonna. You don't have a lot of fucking guys that Floyd Mayweather has on his resume that you have on yours. I love Bud's resume, but Bud's resume is very also shaky. I mean, it's a very shaky resume. I mean, yes, he beat Errol Spence. He dominated Errol Spence. He dominated Canelo. He beat the shit out of Sean Porter. But at the end of the day, you can look at his resume and say, well, Floyd got Manny. Floyd got Antonio Gotti. Floyd got Zab Judah. Floyd got, you know what I mean? Like you can pick this shit. Floyd got Oscar De La Hoya. Floyd got like it's levels to this shit. So when you sit here and try to compare these two, it's not the same. I don't think people understand. It's not the same as you think it is. Undefeated is undefeated, yes. But when you compare resumes, it's not the same. Floyd has a way better resume. Way better resume. And number four, I'm about to fuck this man last name up. Oh man. Novak Novak Djokovic. Noah Djokovic. Novak Novak Djokovic. Tennis. Novak Djokovic. He's at number four. I know people are gonna say you got a tennis player over a fucking boxer? Yes. Because I don't think you understand. Djokovic took over when he took over boxing. I mean tennis. When he took over tennis, there was years of dominance. Like when people take over a certain sport from someone after years of dominance, we ask the question, can you do that? You got to realize Roger Federer took that mantle, you know, from those that was at the top. Roger Federer was the guy for a good 15, 10, 15. Then Rafael Nadal became the guy. And then Novak Djokovic became the guy in tennis. And then he was the person you had to get through. And for a good stretch of time, he was the best fucking tennis player. I mean, his decade is insane. He beat Rafael Nadal like every fucking time they played each other. Like it was like, and when this is something about tennis that I've learned. Tennis is just like every other sport, right? There's a guy at the top that you can't beat for a good stretch of time, and then eventually you finally get through them. And then when you finally get through them, they can't beat you no more. And you know how to beat them. You know how to do this. You know how to do that. And that's what Djokovic did. Djokovic was one of those guys. When he finally became the guy, it was over. There was no more conversation. There was no more talking. He was that fucking dude. And Djokovic is that fucking caliber of a tennis player. And I don't think people understand how great that fucker was. He was a fucking beast. Oh my God. Every fucking day you'll see it there and see him just winning tennis tournaments. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. Wimbledon, French Open, US Open. It was just like every fucking tournament this man was in, he won it. You're like, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. So that's why he's at four. Number three. Let's get this out the way. LeBron James. Let's get this shit out the way. LeBron James is at number three. King James is what they call him. LeBron at three makes sense. He won most of his championships in the 2010s. He made the decision in the 2010s. And LeBron has been one of the most poignant, most dominant basketball players in all of his time in the NBA. But it was the 2010s that really made LeBron LeBron, right? That's when he became a champion. That's when he finally became the guy. That's when he finally became the one. LeBron has had a great career. And if it ends today or tomorrow, he will still have a great career. I do not look at LeBron like a lot of people look at LeBron. I think LeBron is great. I think LeBron is an incredible player. I think LeBron has done a lot for the league. But I don't look at LeBron like a lot of people look at LeBron. And that's just me, bruh. That's no diss to the man. I think he's a great basketball player. I think he's one of the best. But I don't think he's the greatest. He's one of the greatest. I've always said this. He's one of the greatest. but he's not the greatest. And I think that's okay to say. He's not the greatest. I've seen Shaq in his prime. I've seen Kobe in his prime. I've seen Michael Jordan. I've seen these guys play. And I can physically say LeBron is not that guy, and it's okay. Doesn't mean I'm wrong just because you don't want to admit it or you don't want to accept it. And again, here's something that you don't want to also know. Hey, bro, this is my fucking opinion. This is my opinion. If you do not like it, my nigga, change the station. You can scroll the fuck up. You don't have to listen to me tell you LeBron is not the guy. you can scroll the fuck. You don't have to get in the comments. You can scroll the fuck up. Nobody's telling you to stay and say anything. You go find your LeBron lover and they will tell you what you want to hear. I ain't that fucking dude. I'm gonna tell you the truth. LeBron's great. He's one of the greatest to ever do it. Is he my GOAT? Fuck no. I don't think he's even touching the guy I got at one on this list. But it is what it is. It is what it is. But he's on the list. Number 2, Tom Brady. Let's get this out the way too. Tom Brady is one of the greatest. He is the greatest quarterback of all time. Is he the greatest NFL player of all time? That's a debate. Excuse me. That is a debate. I think that eventually we're going to have. I think Tom Brady is the greatest quarterback to ever play football. I don't think that's even a conversation. I think he's the greatest quarterback to ever play football. To go from the time period of his career where he was getting absolutely killed. There are certain hits that man took in the 2000s, in the early 2000s, that if you hit a quarterback like that today, they wouldn't even throw a flag on you. They'll get your ass arrested. They like the hit that man took at Buffalo. If Patrick Mahomes took that hit today, the police will be waiting on you. Fuck after the game, during the as soon as you hit the sidelines, they are arresting you for hitting Patrick Mahomes like that. They would arrest your ass. Like, good dog. I don't think people understand that. Like, no, bro. Like, no, 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 no. But despite that, Tom Brady went through a lot of errors. Same thing with Drew Brees, right? They went through errors together. It's an insanely thing to see how the game has changed. And I think the game actually got easier for Tom Brady. And I'm not trying to disrespect his greatness. That is not a disrespectful thing. When you've been in the game for damn near 20 something years, the game is going to change, but it slows down for you. It was already going to slow down for you. It slowed down immensely for you now because now you know how to handle shit. You know coverages. You know how the shifts are going to happen. You know who's going to go here, there, 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 and there. You know this shit. And that's why Tom Brady in the 2010s, when he had his resurgence, it's a different conversation. Like, I don't think people understand that Tom Brady's just a different caliber of GOAT. And that is why he's at number 2. He's not 1, but he is at 2. But at number 1, who better? Who better than the man that changed the game? Who better than the one that they never said can win a ring? Who better than the man that made the strength in numbers stand out so rarely? That is why at number 1, it is the babyface assassin. That is why Chef Curry is the name. Chef Curry, Steph Curry is at number motherfucking 1. Let's get this out the way. He's the GOAT of this era. Yeah, say that shit. And I don't question it. I don't question it. Steph Curry's the GOAT of this era. He's better than LeBron. He changed the game. I've said this numerous times. Steph Curry has changed the game. Steph Curry changed the game. When we look back at Steph Curry's career, when both of these men decide to hang it up, I promise you, there's going to be more people that's going to sit there and say, I think Steph Curry's greater than LeBron. I promise you, there are going to be people that's going to say, I think Steph Curry's greater than LeBron, bro. I think Steph Curry's greater than LeBron. I'm already there. Steph Curry is greater than LeBron. I don't think there's anybody that's ever came into the league at his size, his height, his ability, and changed the game. You see, I said this numerous times. I was never gonna be a 6-foot fucking point guard. That was never gonna be the case. So I looked up to guys like Allen Iverson, John Starks, people like that. Like, I looked up to guys that were short on the court but could control the pace. That could go into the tree of woe and dominate. Steph Curry has changed the game because not only did Steph Curry at his height, it's the ability that he plays the fucking game. I don't think people understand that Steph Curry is one of the greatest basketball players to ever do it because he came in and did something a lot of people, like I keep saying, well, Steph Curry. He is actually everything that you think LeBron is when it comes to the game of basketball. LeBron is unique. He is rare. That will never happen again. But what Steph Curry did is something that LeBron didn't do, and that is he physically changed the game. I've seen guys like LeBron. I've seen him in the era of basketball. I've seen it. I've watched my Magic Johnson clips. I've watched Magic Johnson videos. I've seen those types of players, those 6'8", 6'9", 6'10" motherfuckers, taking over the game. I've seen it. Where Steph Curry, and I've seen guys that can shoot the hell out the ball, but never to the extent where Steph Curry took it. Steph Curry is one of the greatest shooters and one of the greatest to build an entire franchise around a guy that had bad ankles when you drafted him, bad ankles, didn't know if he could be a franchise player. You you took a chance on him because a lot of people forget he was supposed to get traded. Milwaukee Bucks wanted Steph Curry, and instead they ended up trading Monte Ellis, who was beloved in Golden State, by the way. But they ended up trading They ended up trading Monte Ellis and keeping Steph Curry, and choosing to build a team around Steph Curry was a fucking risk. I don't think people understand that. See, LeBron is an easy thing. You knew you're gonna build a team around him because he was the number one fucking player. He was obviously the number one guy. You were gonna build a team around him. That's fucking obvious. Steph Curry was not that. Steph Curry was not supposed to be the guy that you build the Golden State Warriors around, but instead he became the guy that you build the Golden State Warriors around. And he has done that. And ever since then, Steph Curry has become one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And I don't give a shit what anybody say. There's not one person that can sit there and tell me Steph Curry ain't one of the greatest basketball players of all time. And I have said this and I'm going to say it again. I promise you, I promise you, when their careers are done, Steph Curry is going to be greater than LeBron James. Steph Curry's going to be greater than LeBron James. And get ready for it. Get ready for it. If they both finish with 4 rings, I'm telling you now, Steph Curry's loyalty to go to state, his ability that he changed the game, the fact that the franchise built a team around him and he never went anywhere, he's going to be considered greater than LeBron. Get ready. It's going to happen. And you're going to be like, you're going to try to defend it, but you really can't. And on top of that, Steph Curry is also beating LeBron more in the finals than LeBron's beating him. And that is it. That is the end. If I get off here, I got to recap the list. And number 1, Steph Curry. Number 2, Tom Brady. Number 3, LeBron James. Number 4, Novak Djokovic. Number 5, Floyd Mayweather. Number 6, Mike Trout. Number 7, Alexander Ovechkin. Number 8, Drew Brees. Number 9, AJ Wilson. And number 10, Lionel Messi. That is it. That is it. That's the end of the top 10 list for I Believe Sports. Next time I do something like this, it will be my Mount Rushmore. I am officially doing my Mount Rushmore. Mount Rushmore is coming. I don't know who's going to be the first one that I'm going to do, but it's coming. So stay tuned. So yeah, but that's coming soon, and that is the end. Hope you guys enjoyed this. I am Brandon Janeau. This has been the Brandon Janeau Show. Peace.